It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah, no, I apologize. Christian's not here today. It's me and Chris. I got a dog. Y'all know that she been kind of sick. She's doing a lot better now. She's doing a lot better, but her ass got to go potty immediately. She woke me up at 4 in the morning just to bother me, and then I woke up and I was like, "You need to pee again, don't you? Okay, let's go take you out to pee." And all that stuff. It's my fault. I apologize. All right. It's Thanksgiving. I ate a lot of food. I was looking at Black Friday deals at 4 in the morning because the dog woke me up. It's a lot going on, but it doesn't matter because we're going to sit here. We're going to talk about all the good stuff that you actually want to talk about. The fact that Avengers Doomsday is about to start its promotions. We did that, which is dope to see that going on. Lanterns. We're going to talk about the costumes. Apparently, some people are not going to be super thrilled about the costumes that are used. They're not going to be CGI, they'll be practical, but it's not great, apparently. You also had the Sony boss wanted the director of the original Venom movie to be the one to direct Brand New Day, which is like a whole thing. I not something I would have expected personally. Supergirl adds another crazy cast member. We got some news about Thunderbolts, which is pretty interesting. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We're going to talk about what you ate for Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about why Chris is wearing glasses. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. So let's just get into it. Um, it's Capes and Cows. It's myself. It's Chris Carr. And let's get it on. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Capes and Cows. Like I mentioned before, my name is Winston A. Marshall. I am in for Christian today. He is taking Black Friday off so he can go and buy a bunch of stuff he doesn't need. But joining me, as always, the beautiful, the comparable, the just absolutely like stunning with or without glasses, but she's wearing them for a very specific reason today. Miss Chris Carr, what's up?
Oh, that's such a sweet introduction. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say a lot less cute today. I don't know if people can actually tell. It bothers me more than anyone, I'm sure. A spider bit my face. So this eyelid is just swollen. I woke up this
Jesus.
morning looking like I was from the Goonies. Like this eye just was completely shut. So I'm on a lot of Benadryl, and hopefully I'm gonna make a lot of sense.
Oh, dude, I we were talking about this for a split second
Yeah.
when we got in right before we started, and I was like, I hope that spider and its whole family dies in a fire. Then I was like, well, wait a minute, it's in your house, which means you'd have to burn your house down. But
If
I
they're
guess
living here,
maybe
we might as well.
you might as well just burn it all
We might
down.
as
Like
well.
why? Like
I
let's not even
I've
do
tried to be
this.
so accommodating too. I bugs do kind of scare me a little bit, and I've tried to be one of those people who's like, spiders don't hurt you. Live and let live. I should let them set up their apartments. They're just happy little roommates who don't pay rent. That's fine. And this is how they betray me?
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel you,
Furious.
man. I you know I know that we're not supposed to kill them, but like, yeah, I guess everybody. I think there was a coordinated attack by the Spider Nation yesterday because I got home from Thanksgiving and all of a sudden I hear Kristen just go "Ee!" and I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Spider, spider!" So I was like, "Okay, okay, okay." And so I take off to the kitchen to go get the. We have one of those like bug zapper rackets, like
Oh,
tennis racket
yeah.
looking things. And so I start running, and then the dog is like, "Where are we going?" and starts running with me. We gotta protect mom. And I was like, "Yeah, we gotta get it." And we come back,
Oh.
and we shocked it and then threw it out or whatever. Apparently, my mother-in-law or soon-to-be mother-in-law, she was like, "Yeah, we just got home. Look at this thing." It was a giant spider that was sitting like in the little, I guess you call it the corner between like the wall and the ceiling. I don't know
Yeah.
specifically what you call that, but a giant one just sitting there when they got home. And like my father-in-law has a salt gun, so he shot it down. And then apparently apparently I text my sister. My sister was like, "Yeah, after y'all left, there was this big ass spider in my tool shed." I was like, "What is going on?" I think this was a coordinated attack to take people out, yo.
Damn. Spiders be
So,
coming after all of us. Oh no.
well, now I need to know if you have powers though.
Oh my gosh, if I don't get powers from this, cute thing about Logan, and this should come as no surprise to you, he used to let spiders bite him as a kid because he was convinced that he would get powers. Where
That
he's
man is
like,
so
yeah,
lucky he
just
didn't
go for
lose a
it.
limb from like spider venom.
Right? Yeah. Well,
Okay, okay.
and he
People are
stopped doing that at the age of 32. No, he stopped way earlier.
okay. People are freaking out. We could stop talking about it. Other than
Oh
that, though, before we
no.
get to the stories, did you have anything interesting happen on Thanksgiving?
Oh man, it was just the two of us, so nothing super crazy. What we do is today we have people over. We do Black Parade Friday. So
Mm,
we have people come over, we have an emo playlist, we scream sing songs from the early 2000s because we're a bunch of childless millennials. And so I
okay.
have a turkey brining now.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go. I like that.
it's
I
great.
like that.
How's yours with the family?
It was good, man. We did it small this year, where it was just myself, my fiance, my sister and her husband, and my mom. And so, you know, good. Like we none of us are big turkey people, so especially with like no with like not having to court hella folks to do Thanksgiving, like we did all of the stuff that matters. Because like for those that didn't see it, man, I did a we did a Black Family Feud on Blurs in the Hood on Wednesday, which is hilarious. So one of the questions was, what is the real star of Thanksgiving? So we had all the stuff that mattered: mac and cheese, collard greens, candy yams, green bean casserole, and then my homemade rolls. And then my brother-in-law, who's like, I don't really cook, he just ordered a bunch of fried chicken instead, which was
Hell
great.
yeah.
I actually preferred that over turkey any day. So it was good, man. It was good. And the Cowboys won. That's why I'm still wearing the jersey. I put it back on, like
Yay.
so they beat the Chiefs, which is crazy. Um, so yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. And then we decorated my sister's tree. We trimmed the tree. So it was good stuff.
Nice.
It was
That's
good stuff.
great.
But that's not why y'all here. Like as nice as that is, I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. You're here for the stories. You're here to talk about what's going on in the comic book superhero world. So let's just jump into it, man. And we got to start off with this. Avengers Doomsday's marketing officially began as Disney Plus teases a Doctor Doom return with first steps image. This is Mark Cassidy reporting. The marketing push won't really get going until next month when the first trailer is released. Disney Plus Latin America has begun promoting Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday on social media. The streamer shared an official look at Doctor Doom alongside Franklin Richards from the mid-credit scene of the Fantastic Four First Steps with the caption, "The world is getting ready for a new event." It sounds like Reed and Sue's son is going to be integral to the plot of the next Avengers movies, particularly Secret Wars. We have heard rumors that Franklin reminds the villain of his own son, who is said to have died along with his mother when a multiversal incursion caused an accident on Doom's world. It's also been theorized that Doom's family were actually variants of Sue and Franklin, which would certainly be an intriguing development. How exactly Doom is introduced in Avengers Doomsday obviously remains to be seen, but several different sources have claimed that he will initially pretend to be an ally of Earth's mightiest heroes, using the fact that he looks so much like Tony Stark to gain their trust before his actual intentions are revealed. Apparently, Doom is seeking revenge against Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, who caused the incursion that resulted in the death of his family. We now have another teaser image from the Disney Plus Brazil account. They already started preparing for meeting. And you, what's your theory? Oh, okay. That's so the ship again at the end of Thunderbolts. Okay, yep. It was originally supposed to come out, but because of delays, Doomsday will be out on December 18th, 26, and Secret Wars December 17th, 27. Both movies directed by the Russos. Blah blah blah. Okay, so let's come on back. So, Chris, I mean, a lot of this kind of feels like stuff we knew a little bit. I guess the only exciting part about it is the fact that we're kind of underway now. Like everybody pretty much knows the open secret that we're going to get this trailer during Avatar. So
Yeah.
we're only a couple of weeks away from that. But seeing that, I guess we had heard the rumors of like, hey, I'm going to use my face that kind of looks like Tony Stark to get around stuff, but I had never heard the idea of them being Sue and Franklin variants that died. I think that that's actually a really interesting way to go about it, and a perfect way to hate Reed, being like, you're with my wife. So what do you think, hearing kind of any of the stuff that we just heard in that story?
Oh, same page as you. That's the thing I'm really fascinated about here is,
Mm,
oh, that gives us a really interesting why, not just for wanting to, then take the revenge against Cap, but also, again, we have the heartbreak of seeing someone's face that is the face of the person you love, but that's not the person you love. And I always find that to be one of the intriguing things about multiverse and variants
mm.
that we've done a little of, right? We play with that with Gamora, obviously, and it's something that I think while we're still playing in this part of the sandbox, should be explored and also gives us again another bit of why for having Downey in the mix. Because I
Right.
still am on the same team of just like, I know a lot of people think it's brilliant. He's an incredible actor. I still feel like it's just kind of stunty. And I'm
Yeah.
getting closer now to, okay, there's going to be a why. There's going to be a why. In fact, Danny shared this really great image on Thanksgiving. It's a lovely little comic panel of Doom and Iron Man going to break a wishbone.
That's actually great.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's perfect." And I'm hoping that that's also kind of a little tease in that too of, no, we're going to utilize the Tony Stark of it all as well. We're going to utilize people having, again, the faces of somebody who you know and love, not being the person you don't love. That's what keeps
Yeah.
multiverse interesting.
No, I completely agree with that, man. I think that that is definitely and like the probably the most interesting way to go, and I love that they figured out because I think they realized at a certain level they did need Downey and Evans. Like things aren't quite going exactly how they wanted. So even the idea of like, okay, well, Steve being quote unquote selfish, though he kind of earned it at that point after everything he had been through, really had a ripple effect that screwed everybody over. So it was, or at least screwed over somebody that you don't want to do that with. And I think normally you kind of see certain stuff happen with like Kang to do that. So this also gives you an opportunity to take something that would have normally been something Kang would have dealt with, and you can still kind of fold it in with Doom. And that might even explain how Doom figures out how to like get around is maybe he's like, oh, because we need to essentially deal with Kang. Maybe you cap him for his tech, and then come in and do what you need to do. I mean, there's a number of different ways you can go through the multiverse, but
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting way to close that loophole too, if you needed to.
Mhm.
So I mean, look, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I still will say of the four superhero films next year, it is still number four for me until we start to see some of what's gonna be coming.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I'm not geeked out for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, same.
if you go if you were gonna go to on four vacations next year, if you were that fortunate to do that, you would there would be three of the places you'd probably be more excited than the fourth one, but that doesn't mean the fourth one isn't like I've always wanted to, go to Mexico, or I've been to Mexico.
Exactly.
I want to go again. Like that's fine. It's like, but I haven't been to I don't know, Brazil. So I'm a little more
Yeah.
excited about Brazil because I've never been there before. Like that's kind of where my mindset is at. It's not that I don't want this. It's just that I Supergirl's new, Clayface is new,
Yeah.
brand new day is starting a new kind of journey type scenario. Plus they've been more consistent, I guess. You know what I mean?
For
So
sure. Absolutely. Those
um
other ones kind of feel like the safer bet, quote unquote, as a fan
yeah.
of I feel like these are the ones that I'm already going to with like my expectations should be close to Matt. This is the one where it's, I got to go in with the most open mind as I can just because I've been burned a little bit and I need to go in there and just see this movie for what it is. But hopefully it's that old kind of standard of Marvel.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, again, the trailer will tell the tale. I love me some Russos. I feel like they really did justice by Marvel last time. I know
Yeah.
some of their films afterwards have been kind of hit or miss. I wasn't a huge fan of the Electric State personally. I like the ideas that were there, but I just don't think it executed super well. But that
Mhm.
didn't give me pause. I just think that it was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
still trust what they're able to do because they had brought so much quality work both with Marvel and even beforehand. Because did you know that they worked on Community a decent amount? Like they were a part of the writing
Yeah.
team and directed some episodes and stuff like that. God, Community, and I might need to do a
That's
rewatch of that
That show
pretty
was so
soon.
good. Well, that's why it
It's
was so
so
nice
good.
to see them pop up so much, like all the different characters. Like,
Yeah,
oh, there you are. What are you doing in
exactly.
this movie?
No, that was because I'm trying to remember what it was. What Danny Pudi was like a tech for Shield during Winter
Hmm.
Soldier, and like he was in like a room and like he like was not helping out, and then Yvette Nicole Brown was in Endgame back in the past, um if
We
I
had the
remember
Dean pop
correctly.
up.
Wait, who popped up?
The Dean. I can't remember that actor's
Oh,
name.
when did the Dean pop up?
Wasn't he like before some kind
Jim
of
Rat. You're talking
Tony?
about Jim Rash, but I just don't remember.
Yes.
Was it during Civil War when they were doing the presentation
Yep.
for
I'm pretty
and
sure
then
that's where it was. Yeah.
when Tony gave the MIT scholarship or whatever it was?
Hmm.
Yeah. Man, dude, do we need to bring the Schmodown back? Wait to us to just remember cameos out of nowhere. That's crazy. But with all that, y'all, what do you think? Are you excited about the promos beginning for Avengers Doomsday? What are you looking forward to the most out of the film? All that good stuff. Let us know what you think down in the comments. And I'm trying to figure out, Luke, I don't know if you know, brother, what if Luke is still in here. I don't know if he's in here anymore. What the goal is today. We're gonna figure that out and we'll let you guys know in just a moment. But until then, let's go ahead and pop over to our next story. Lanterns. James Gunn may be bringing two of the most unpopular Green Lantern costumes into the DCU. This is Josh Wilding reporting. We recently learned that Lanterns is eyeing a summer 2026 debut on HBO Max, and a trailer for the series was recently shown to journalists at HBO Max's upfront event in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Two versions of the footage have seemingly done the rounds, with one of them briefly spotlighting the Green Lantern Corps uniforms worn by Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Matias Liorta, who writes for cinesargentinos.com and various other outlets, has refused to specify what he saw, but previously said that it's based on the design of a specific comic, but not the same. Huh? After hinting that the designs, they're not wearing the same thing. Okay, got it. After hinting that the designs might be divisive, the prevailing theory online is that DC Studios and James Gunn are adapting the costumes first featured in the Green Lantern Earth 1 comic. However, after it was put to him that it sounds like we may be getting CG suits like those seen in 2011's Green Lantern rather than Earth 1, the reporter responded, no. It's worth remembering that the first teaser art from Lanterns was Green Lantern Earth 1, and Superman lends some weight to those being what James Gunn has decided to bring into the DCU. Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner was basically in regular clothes designed by Maxwell Lord and adorned with the Green Lantern logo. It stands to reason that Hal and John will also have practical uniforms, likely in the style of spacesuits similar to Green Lantern Earth 1, and that's sure to be divisive. Most fans are hoping to see new versions of the classic Green Lantern uniform, something the movie failed to deliver with its green and black but mostly green skin suits. In Superman, Guy's suit clearly wasn't created by his power ring, and we wouldn't be shocked if the same now applies to Hal and John in Lanterns. There may be some CG enhancements, but it was wise of Gunn not to head down the 100% CG route again, especially on a TV budget. However, a spacesuit or jumpsuit with the Green Lantern logo is bound to disappoint. It's hard to judge something we haven't seen, of course, but all signs point to us getting something like what's shown in the images below. Lanterns follows new recruit John Stewart and Lantern legend Hal Jordan, two intergalactic cops drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. La-di-la-di-la. Okay, it's set to premiere in 26. So this is the rumored Hal Jordan suit. And this is the rumored John Stewart suit. Okay, or at least just what they think. Some rendering. So we see that, Chris. What are your thoughts kind of hearing that one way or the other? What were you kind of hoping for their outfits as far as like, were you looking at the classic stuff? Were you looking to go towards like the Justice League Unlimited run, since that's kind of what seems a lot to be pulled from? Like, what were
Yeah.
you hoping for the suits, and how do you feel about this potential?
Well, we share that deep love for Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, and that is kind of my John
Yeah,
Stewart go-to. It's what I always
yeah,
think of. I love
absolutely.
like the classic Jordan suit and everything too. Honestly, I thought there was the possibility of maybe going kind of Emerald Knight as well, where
Mm.
John doesn't have the sleeves anymore and can just show those guns. But this is the thing too with the whole idea of the Green Lantern suit and like, oh, Guy's is clearly something that he wears. One, I don't think Guy has the imagination to continually think about his clothes,
No.
and so I feel like that's like a good character choice.
That seems very Guy. The only thing that I feel like Guy might do is I feel like Guy might be like, no, bro, this is like the flyest jacket ever, son. So like he just constantly he has it in his mind, the ultimate leather jacket, and then that's it. But I hear what you're saying though, that he
Yeah.
seems a little dense at times. That's not something he'd be pressed about.
Exactly. And I think that is one of those, even though the power of the ring, right, is all fueled by imagination. I understand why it also is. And then they put that uniform on based on that with the ring. I think it's also just a little easier for your audience to go, and they're in a costume now. There we go.
Yeah,
Honestly, the only thing I would have been kind of weirded out by is if we had done like Alan Scott or something like that.
yeah.
I also, though, I know going into this, I am not a person who gets really like jazzed about the suit. I know, when Batflick came into play and it was the short-eared cowl, people were losing their minds. We're like, finally, the short-eared Batman cowl. I just want to see a cool Green Lantern do some cool stuff. What he's wearing is kind of inconsequential to me, but how do you feel about it?
I mean, I would say that until I see it, it's kind of hard to say one way or the other if it's really going to bother me. If it's something like absolutely egregious, if it literally is just like I'm in this Cowboys jersey, it's like, oh, we got to go to work, and I do like this, and then just like a Green Lantern logo pops up, I actually would be kind of pissed. I would be like,
Yeah,
that's
that'd be
offensive
some
as hell.
nonsense.
but it's hard to say until we actually see what it is um that we're getting. You know what I mean? Because like I like the idea at times of like when lanterns are like trying to go undercover, that they're either using the ring to make whatever sort of device, or maybe they are trying to hide whatever they're wearing. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually don't
Yeah,
mind any of that one way or the other.
no. That
But
dabbles
I
into
guess that's the other
super
thing.
Sailor Moon territory then when she had her transformation pen and would be like, I'm a flight attendant now.
I forgot about
I loved it. And
that.
then they were like, we're going to get rid of it with no explanation.
None whatsoever. It's funny though, because the one thing I was thinking about is there have been times where I've seen like lanterns because they can make whatever set clothes, but you would think because of the green power ring that everything just looks like kind of a weird neon construct green. That how
Hmm.
can you actually use that to make, you know, um, like a disguise? You would essentially whatever your street clothes on, you're just putting your construct on over it. Otherwise, it's like it's not like I'm sitting here and then all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, we gotta go into this office building. Let me like make a suit and it not be neon green. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it just feels like that would
So
always look.
stealthy.
Nobody will ever know. They'll never know. They're gonna know. They're not gonna know. Um, but I think that's the thing. Looking at these images, like if I pull it back up real quick, um, it doesn't look awful. Like I'm not instantly like, ugh. This maybe a little bit just because but like this one at least feels like some sort of tactical suit. You know what I'm saying with the designs here, so that doesn't bother me quite as much as like this one does look like I've got my flight jacket on and
Hmm.
I just put a logo
Logo on
on
top.
like the same thing. Ooh, oh, an emergency at the Cowboys game. Boom, just Green Lantern logo. Like, okay, that's a little weird, but I don't know. I think I need to just kind of wait for a trailer,
Yeah.
and hopefully they do show us at least some part of the uniform or whatever they're wearing when that trailer drops, and judge it then, because I don't know. I feel like it might be premature, one way or the other, especially because I don't know if there was a language barrier thing. The way that this dude kind of said the stuff from the Brazilian journalist. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's a lost in translation there with the phrasing of it, or if what it is, because what he said, it's based on the design of a specific comic, not the same.
Hmm.
What's not the same? They're not
Yeah.
wearing the same thing. It's not the same as the comic. It's just based on it. Like that's what I mean by like at that point I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I kind of wish I spoke Portuguese because then I would just go read your exact words. But
Yeah.
it is it is what it is. What do you think, y'all? Are you worried about the outfits? Do you have a specific look that you would want to see? Let us know what you think in the comments, man. Get in those super chats as well. Christian got back to me. He said that the goal today is 76, which is very doable. It's very, very doable. So please send those in. Hit us with those questions. And while you start doing that, we do have some awesome, awesome sponsors of the show, some of which are doing some Black Friday stuff. So let's go ahead and show you 3 of those incredible sponsors right now.
You know how much I love talking about Cash App and why. Well, here's the thing that you should look out for. Some people go, well, what are the common red flags that I should be aware of when I'm sending money to someone? Because I think that everybody has at least fallen for a scam, gotten close to falling for a scam. I know that I did. It was the worst. So the best is Cash App is a built-in card security, and it keeps your money safe. When you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales, discounts on popular brands, you get security, extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. And if something suspicious happens up on the card, Cash App has got your back by automatically declining the purchase, sends you a heads up to confirm if it is you or not. Now, behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing that your account balance is protected 24/7 fraud monitoring. Spend with peace in mind today and order that Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card. Your security has to be a priority, and that is what Cash App does. It treats it that way. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code SECURE10 in their profile at sign-up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank. Member FDIC. Discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. I'm not going to lie to you. I was pretty pumped up when I heard Masterclass wanted to join the show here. I've been a fan of Masterclass for a long time, and I was and had an opportunity to listen to both the Bob Iger, Natalie Portman, so many different people who have had these journeys that you want to hear these people talk about how they got to the places that they were, certain things that you wouldn't really be able to get unless you were signed up to Masterclass. So I actually gave a gift of this to a friend, and they were so surprised with how much access and how much they learned from Masterclass. I use it all the time, and I think you guys should use it too. Look, I'm telling you about this pilot I've been working on, and when it comes to performances, that Natalie Portman thing was extraordinary. So I hope you guys check this out. Listen to some of this stuff that you can do. You can apply CIA-tested tactics to everyday life with the art of intelligence. You can negotiate your next raise with lessons from Super Agent Rich Paul or FBI negotiator Chris Voss. Spice up your life with the art of sex appeal by author and sexologist Shan Boodram. I mean, there's so many different ones. You can look and feel better with courses on gut health, brain health, skin health. Get the subscription. It is so worth it. Most people who have Masterclass have the subscription. They know how beneficial it is. With Masterclass, you learn from the best, you become your best. With Masterclass, you get thousands of bite-sized lessons across 13 categories that fit into your busiest of schedules. If you're headed on a trip, you download classes to watch offline and make the most of your travel time. Plus, membership comes with bonus class guides and downloadable content to help you get even more out of each lesson. That's what I did. And the classes really make a difference. 3 in 4 surveyed members feel inspired every time they watch Masterclass. I'd be part of those 3 out of the 4. So Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. Head on over to masterclass.com/Christian for the current offer. That is up to 50% off at masterclass.com/Christian. Masterclass.com/Christian. This is the biggest gift I'm going to give to you guys because you know how much I won't shut up about True Classic. So True Classic, if you don't know about them, the guys at True Classic, they started with a simple mission. And what it is to bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses because looking and feeling great, it shouldn't come with a designer price tag. And that is so true. And clearly people agree. With over 25 million shirts sold to 5 million customers, more than 200,000 5-star reviews, True Classic has become a staple in closets everywhere. It overpowers my closet, and I couldn't be more proud. It's not just about fabric. It's not just about fit. It is about confidence, and I am a testament to that. I love walking into rooms knowing that I just feel good wearing True Classic. It's about helping people show up every day feeling put together without trying too hard. What makes them so great? What makes them the perfect gift this holiday season? I'll tell you what it is. It's the confidence. It is every single person I know. Mike Kalinowski raves about it. Whether you're shopping for your dad, your brother, your partner, and now women, kids, True Classic has something for everyone. The same premium comfort, perfect fit, built the brand, and now available for the whole family. I've been wearing them for a long time, and you can feel the difference the moment you throw one on. I'm wearing the jeans right now. It's tailored where you want, relaxed where you need it, no bunching, no stiff fabric, no BS, just a clean, effortless fit that actually works for real life. Skip the guesswork and the overpriced designer stuff. Give comfort, give confidence, give True Classic. You will get so many thank yous, and legit thank yous, not return thank yous. You can find them at Amazon. You can find them at Target, Costco, Sam's Club, or you head on over to trueclassic.com/Christian. Grab the perfect gift for everyone on your list. That's the way you should do it, because that way they know we sent you.
Thank you so much from Cash App Masterclass and True Classic for sponsoring the show today. I gotta be honest with you, Chris. Like Christian talks a lot about the stuff that anything that's up here that people on the show use in one way or the other. Definitely use Cash App, but I especially used Masterclass. Massive fan of Masterclass. I've both given it as presents to people, but like I did Masterclass. I did what Issa Rae's class about essentially like building out like and telling stories that you specifically like mean something to you and how to do that, because I'm sure a lot of people maybe don't know. Insecure, which was like her first major thing on like a network. Before that, Issa got famous and really built her brand up from doing this web series called The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl, which was one of the most successful web series of all time. And it was absolutely great. I rave about that class left and right. There's actually a short film that I wrote that I've just been having issues producing it just because a lot of stuff has been going on, but I'm excited that we're going to be able to get that underway the start of the year.
That's great.
I cannot speak higher of Masterclass and the stuff that's on there, y'all. So yeah. I definitely recommend that. And again, if you're trying to figure out what to get somebody, Christian's right about the True Classic side of it, but I Masterclass is definitely the way to go. Nobody's going to be upset about, because you got Gordon Ramsay. So if you're trying to learn
Gordon Ramsay
how to
one
make
is
certain
so
stuff,
good.
it's so good.
I learned how to debone a bird.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So I normally let Christian be the one to talk about how much he loves stuff, but I cannot speak higher of that. So definitely a good recommendation if you're looking for presents right now. Okay, so let's keep it pushing on to our next story. Let's see here. There we go. So there was a rumor that the Sony boss wanted the Venom director to helm Spider-Man Brand New Day, and here's why it didn't happen. This is Josh Wilding reporting on this from Comic Book Movie. Spider-Man No Way Home director John Watts was supposed to follow the 2021 movie with the Fantastic Four. However, the grueling experience of shooting the threequel in a pandemic saw him walk away from Marvel's first family and the Web Slinger. Ultimately, Marvel Studios turned to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings director destined Daniel Cretton to helm Spider-Man Brand New Day. He'd been hired to direct the Avengers Kang Dynasty before it became Avengers Doomsday, and the Russo brothers returned. A lot of shifting stuff around. We never did get a short list of candidates who were eyed for the next Spider-Man movie, but Scooper My Time to Shine Hello has revealed that Sony boss Tom Rothman really wanted John Watts back for Spider-Man Brand New Day. However, when it became clear it wasn't going to happen, there was a short period when he wanted Venom's Ruben Fletcher to direct. Kevin Feige rejected the idea and instead courted destined Daniel Cretton to do it. Needless to say, Feige made the right decision. Venom was a box office success, but it wasn't a movie that most fans enjoyed. Fletcher's credits are a mixed bag as well, with Zombieland his biggest highlight. I do love me some Zombieland. It was followed by Gangster Squad, Venom, and then Uncharted, which I still haven't seen, among others, all of which received mixed and negative reviews. Had Fletcher helmed Spider-Man Brand New Day, perhaps we'd finally have seen Tom Holland's Peter Parker share the screen with Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock. Why? Just because the director's involved? That's not how that works. Marvel Studios is rumored to have its own plans for the symbiote, likely with Matt Gargan wearing the alien suit. That was the first real Spider-Man affiliated movie. Fletcher recently said of his Venom experience, "We were all trying to figure out exactly what that wants to be. Venom was always defined by Spider-Man. Our movie couldn't feature Spider-Man, so it created an interesting challenge. From my memory of it, granted it was a while ago, but from my memory of it, it was always distinct from Spider-Man, confirming the movie wasn't made with an eventual crossover in mind. Maybe there was the possibility of them crossing paths down the road, but inherent to ours was that it couldn't be defined by that. It's funny because in the comics, Venom has a spider on his chest, and that's because he derives from Spider-Man. We had to come up with a whole new origin story and actually create a different pattern on his chest, unique for the film, because it wouldn't have made sense if he had a spider on his chest, if he had no affiliation with Spider-Man. He added, sharing that it all worked out the way it was supposed to, given the franchise's eventual financial success. Okay, so I know where I'm immediately at, Chris. You hear that old boy was supposed to potentially that the Sony boss wanted this guy to take on Spider-Man Brand New Day. What are your thoughts when you
I wish him well, and I'm glad he didn't. Uh,
Fair. That's
I
100% fair.
Uncharted is so charted that it's it's the most charted that they've ever charted. It's like
Is
there's
it that bad?
I really dislike that film, and I know not
Okay.
everyone feels that way, but it just I feel like it was miscast. I feel like the story wasn't great, and it just didn't it didn't feel like the game and have that same magic that the game has, which like
Sure.
adaptations are going to have that. And there were certain things that were like, oh yeah, this is from the game. Like this feels like that plane sequence. This is really cool, or this feels like this train sequence. But so many of the moments in that movie just fell flat. So when you go through that list and it kind of just keeps getting exponentially worse for me
Yeah.
personally, that's when I go,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you made the right choice. I think so.
No. It's that's so weird to me, and this is why I stand by the idea. I get that the whole thing is it is, the movie business, the show business. It's a business, so you always want to like, how am I going to maximize my money? But when you talk about like execs being out of touch, there was a push to have the dude that directed Venom to do that, because again, yeah, it made 800 something, but we got to remember a lot of that was overseas, and there's been a little bit of the dip of that right now. And Zombieland is great, like you, but it's wild to me that it does get progressively more like, as you go through his filmography, it's not getting
Yeah.
better, and it's not even like we had like a short dip and then we're back. Like, let me look this dude up and see. I want to see his like full. I don't know if that is all of his credits, but I want to see as much of it as I can. So hold on one second.
Sure.
I guess if I just go to IMDb, I can just look this guy up. Venom. And then I will click on the director. Here, I'll put this back up real quick. So here's Ruben. Uh, is it just me, or does he kind of look like Tom Hardy? Or not Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tom Holland. Like he looks like his older brother.
Oh, a little bit. I can see that.
Yeah, like just a little bit. He looks like maybe he got into the business first and then got his bro in on some stuff. Okay, so let's take a look on the stuff that, because he's got a lot. All right. So Zombieland, again, really enjoyed that. I liked 30 Minutes or Less. I didn't hate that movie. Never saw Gangster Squad, so I can't really speak to that. I see he did a lot of stuff with TV. Again, Venom made money. He directed Double Tap. I did enjoy Double Tap. Did some episodes of Superstore. I guess, Uncharted. Everybody says it's bad. He directed Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Interesting. I
Those are
actually
fun.
I actually enjoyed that movie. So, not as much as the other ones, but I did enjoy
Yeah.
it. And I guess he's doing a Jack and Daxter movie. Interesting.
Okay.
All right. I have a little more faith in the stuff I guess he's produced as a whole, but
Hmm.
yeah, this is kind of all over the place. So, whoa, what is that? All right, well, it's kind of all over the place. So, like you said, I wish the gentleman well, but I think just based off the fact that we're dealing with a lot of zigzag and it feels like a roller coaster of emotions there, probably better that we kind of stayed away one way or the other. And I trust Creighton. Like he did a really good job with Shang-Chi. Some of my issues with the movie are not that doesn't feel director based. That feels we're we have to do certain things with this movie, kind of plug in place type stuff. But
Yeah.
as a whole, I thought it was a very good movie. So I really trust him to do well um, with Spider-Man. So we will see. We will see. And with that, again, let us know what you're thinking, man. Uh, do you think this guy should have gotten the chance to do the Spider-Man films, or do you also agree that it's probably better that they didn't do that? Let us know what you're thinking. And let's go to this next story about Supergirl, which is adding another key cast member as social media activity points to intimate trailer debut. This is Josh Wilding reporting. Supergirl is up next for DC Studios as Lanterns is now expected to arrive on HBO Max after the movie. Now, another actor has been added to the cast. Ferdinand Kingsley from Solo, Dracula Untold, who will play Elias Knoll, Ruth Mary Knoll's father. In the comics, and we're giving you a potential spoiler here. He was a farmer killed by Krem of the Yellow Hills in cold blood. That puts Ruthie, I think it's Ruthie, on a quest for revenge and leads her to team up with the Woman of Tomorrow. In related news, an official X account for the Supergirl movie appears to have launched. The movie is set to have a presence at the upcoming CCXP event in Sao Paulo, Brazil, which takes place between December 4th and 7th. With that in mind, it's hardly a surprise to see so much speculation on social media that a trailer drop could be imminent. While it would make sense for a teaser to play with Avatar Fire and Ash next month, the poster or something along those lines is more likely based on past experience. Still, Supergirl's marketing campaign being taken to the next level should be welcomed, as we've only seen a single teaser poster since Millie Alcock made her DCU debut in Superman this past July. Unfortunately, the image above is an AI fake that's gained some traction on X, so I'm assuming this one. That must be the fake one. Supergirl writer Anna Neguera. Man, I am really struggling with the names today more than usual. Is a self-proclaimed fan of superhero movies, despite not being a regular comic book reader. Recently, she explained her approach to the Maiden of Might, saying of the character, she watched Krypton completely be destroyed. I was always like, I can't get my head around the version of the character that is so sunny. I understand that. After reading Tom King and Bill Quest Evely, I feel like this was done on purpose just to mess with me today, to throw this many exotic ass sounding names, or maybe I still got too much Thanksgiving wine in me. Bilquis Evely's rougher and grittier and edgier and funnier take on Kara in the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Noguera, Jesus, who is, you know what, Chris, I'm bringing you in, bro. If I'm gonna come to these names, you just got to read them because I'm struggle busting today.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get to the same part as you in the article.
Who is also writing Wonder Woman for DC Studios, was inspired to bring that same feel to the big screen. When I read it, when I read it, I was like, "There she is," she noted. In Supergirl travels across the galaxy to celebrate her 21st birthday with Krypto the Superdog. Along the way, she meets a young woman named Ruthie and winds up on a murderous quest for revenge. See, now they're all done. Now we don't have any more names. I'm not reading the cast. It's not important. We know who's in it. Supergirl arrives in theaters on the 26th and 26th, June 26th of 26. Okay. First of all,
I think you did great.
Thank you. That's crazy. You've read Woman of Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of my faves.
So then you're aware of Elias Knoll and the whole idea of like that's what kind of kicks everything off one way or the other.
Yeah.
Ruthie's
Yeah.
dad
Which
is murdered in cold
I would say it's not a spoiler, it's an inciting incident.
It's like page 2.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much of a spoiler that can be if it's how you start the story.
Yeah.
You know?
When you're on a revenge quest, you have to usually start with why do you want the revenge?
You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Yeah. Like a spoiler would be, oh, I'm not going to say it out loud, but like what ultimately happens on this revenge quest. Like if the revenge is completed, like that is actually, which I
Yeah.
love honestly how the story ends, and I wonder if they're going to be true to it one way or the other. It also makes me wonder, without diving too deep into it, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. It makes me wonder if a certain thing we got in another DCU property recently um, is going to be how this ends.
Oh.
If you kind of understand what I'm getting at without saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's some stuff that has already happened somewhere between Creature Commando, Superman, Peacemaker. Is that the only three things that are out?
Yes. Wait.
There's something that kind of happens
Yes.
between all of those that could be very interesting if that's where they make an alteration of the story, or if they stay fully true to the comic book. I would be very curious to see how they decide to handle that one way or the other.
Yeah.
But hearing all this, hearing about the casting, all that kind of stuff, I think the thing that I like the most, and she's spot on, I think what Woman of Tomorrow does really well, is Kara spending the entire time genuinely effed up in the head, because yeah, she did go to school and had her family and lived on Krypton, and she watched her planet die,
Yeah.
and she watched the people that she loved die, and they do a really good job of getting into the psyche of what was going on with her. So what are you most excited about with Supergirl potentially?
Oh, that in itself. I think it is so interesting that we just all kind of uniformly go, "Oh no, Kara is the plucky cousin of Kal-El." She's always fun, bright and sunny, and usually a lot of times they like juxtapose her like that in the comics too, where they'll do team ups with her and Batgirl, or they'll put her with occasionally a Huntress or somebody else who can kind of like be a foil, right? And
Mm,
if you see your entire family killed, not only just your family, your entire world, the entire planet you live on, blown up,
mm.
you're gonna have some issues. And
Yeah.
it's pretty wild. We never really got into that until Woman of Tomorrow, which
Yeah.
is just a gnarly story that I'm so excited about. You also have this wonderful dynamic with her and Ruthie that gives you such a clear-cut vision of, if you know who's to blame, do you go take your vengeance? If
Yeah.
if the person who is responsible for all your heartbreak, all of the hurt in your life is available to you, what do you do? And does that make you less of a hero, less of a human, etc.? There's just so much really great moral ambiguity in this story of
Yeah.
what is right and wrong, and it's never clear cut. And I think that's the most interesting thing. And that's what I really like about superhero stories in general, when we play around with that kind of minutia. I know not everyone liked it. Most people didn't. But I feel like going to Marvel, that's what I liked about the Eternals, of having some of those
Mm,
conversations of what's our responsibility?
yeah.
When do we interfere? When don't we? And do we have a moral obligation to help those who aren't as powerful as us? Or, like Superman kind of proposed, do we have an obligation because we're more powerful to lead and take over? And this, I think, gets into that really well.
Well, this also, I fully agree. I think one of the best stories of the MCU, while I prefer the comic by a mile, I still think it was a good, like the Civil War adaptation was still pretty good, just from the
Yeah.
idea of like, again, yes, when do we interfere one way or the other? But it's a similar kind of revenge story if T'Challa's just like on the warpath. He's
Yeah.
just like, nah, bro, you murdered my dad, bro. You murdered the king of Wakanda. You gonna face justice. You gonna die.
Mhm.
And same thing of interfering of like, well, if he's got something more nefarious kind of going on here, we can't just kill people. But then also, I'm not going to sign these accords and follow that. Like, I think to me, what genuinely makes movies as a whole interesting is if there's something you have to say, and you then are, but what you're doing is the whole spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down type scenario. The idea of like, I'm going to give you these nutrients, but it's going to come in like a package that looks and feels amazing. So the superhero movies at the core of genuinely being interesting and intriguing. I think why the Dark Knight gets so much love is it's not just Heath Ledger's performance, which obviously puts it at this upper echelon type stuff,
Yeah.
but it is the idea of the chaos. It is the two boats, and the boats full of criminals and the boats full of citizens. And are you really going to turn your humanity over? Are you really going to lend yourself to chaos? Like there's so much there to unravel philosophically, politically, like morally. It becomes super interesting. Um, So I agree with you. I think that's where I'm the most interested in Supergirl, is not only from the idea of her really having to deal with some existential grief that none of us have ever felt before. Like you've lost, like, heaven forbid anybody here, but like you've heard of people losing their families, or um, there was obviously some loss of life with the fires in LA, but the idea of like your whole town burning down, like there's people that their home and their school and everything that they know kind of burned down. If you lost like everything, so if you're like, heaven forbid, in a war ravaged country or anything else like that, that's about as close as you're going to get. Now imagine it on an even greater scale of your entire planet. Like it's like nothing that you know
Yeah.
exists anymore. I think that that is going to be such an interesting thing to dive into. And it was in the comic book, so I cannot wait to see what it looks like in the movie. Anything else you want to add that at all, Chris?
No, I want this movie now. You know,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
that's where
yeah.
I'm at. I'm like, I
That's
just want to
why
watch this movie.
that's why honestly, that's why it's number one for me, is because I have it tied to a specific story. And if they really bring it to life, there's no way that this thing fails. Like it will go down as one of the best if they really do right by it. I'm just curious where you bring Lobo into this. That's the only thing that I'm kind of like, how does that plug and play? But
Yeah.
we will see. We will see. Maybe Lobo is supposed to replace all of the particular group that a certain somebody is with. Maybe that's what that is.
Ooh, I like that.
That would
Yeah.
be my guess. Is
Yeah.
is you trying to simplify, instead of dealing with all this, you just put Lobo in to kind of be a placeholder. That could
Mm.
genuinely be interesting, but we will see. Let us know what you think, one way or the other, about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, or just Supergirl now, and when you think the trailer's going to drop. Which, real quick, Chris, I say go in there, run interference with Doomsday, and be like, we both get in here. I think they both should drop their trailer during Avatar, personally.
I think that'd be great. Well, and that DC and Marvel have always thrived by kind of being in competition with one another. It's like
Hmm.
two Starbucks being open across the street. You know?
Would it be a coffee bean in a Starbucks?
Well, yeah. But have you ever seen? There's it in Houston where there's like a Starbucks and a Starbucks, and you're like, why? Why
I
would you
have
do
not.
this?
I have not seen
Um,
that. That's actually
Oh, it's
hilarious.
so dumb. I love it. But yeah, it'd probably be a coffee bean in a Starbucks. But then, you go to both and you see what you like from either one. And I think
Yeah.
that they should just pop in there and be like, no, we can hold our own in here too.
No.
What a
That's
vote of
fair.
confidence if they did that.
That really would be a giant vote of but I agree with you. I think you should
Yeah.
want to feel like we could. Yes, it's Avengers. Yes, it's like a culminating Avengers story. It's not just like a, hey, we're like, all of them are culminating, but you know what I mean. You're wrapping up like a massive storyline. Um,
Mhm.
so like it's supposed to be Infinity War Endgame level big of Avengers films. So I get
Yeah.
that's what you're going up against, but you need to come out like the Maiden of Might, swinging, bro. You
Hell
gotta
yeah.
knock this one out of the park. So I hope that they also put a trailer before Avatar, but we will see. Let's go to this last story. And again, please keep sending in those super chats. We appreciate it. The goal today is 76. We're sitting at about 11 right now. We technically are scheduled until 11, ironically, Pacific time, about another hour. So there's plenty of time to get those questions in. So send them in. We appreciate it. Let's get to this last story. So Thunderbolts production designer reveals what made Avengers Doomsday post-credit scene so unique. This is Josh Wilding reporting. Thunderbolt surprised all of us with the post-credit scene, spotlighting the new Avengers, updated uniforms and all, in Avengers Tower as they witnessed the arrival of the Fantastic Four on Earth 616. The Russo brothers shot the stinger, though filmmaker Jake, hold on, I'm struggling. Jake, sure,
Oh.
sure,
Jake Schreier?
is it
Schreier?
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 Schreier, Jake Schreier, sure, Herb Murders was on hand to lend a helping hand. The implication seems to be that the new Avengers will be first to cross paths with Marvel's first family, while various rumors have led us to believe that Wilson Sam Wilson's Avengers are set to lead the charge in traveling to Earth's 10005. We'll see, but at a time when movie studios are contemplating using AI to make production easier, i.e., cheaper, it might surprise you to learn that the set built for Thunderbolts post-credit scenes even surprised its actors. In the video below, Thunderbolts production designer Bouquet, ah, Gavin Bouquet reveals that Marvel Studios only had 3 days of post-production time for the sequence, forcing the Russo brothers to rely on practical sets and solutions. We used a physical backing, a sky backing of New York outside the window, he shared. There's a monitor on the screen which shows the F4 ship coming in. And because there was no time for post production, everything on that set was virtually in camera. You could go anywhere, and even the screen they had to shoot. And everybody was coming on. The Marvel guys were coming on, and the actors were coming on. And they were almost saying, well, this is the first time we've been on a Marvel set where everything is in camera. Jesus. They were so used to having, oh, we'll put the blue on the screen. We could put the ship in later. If that's an indication of the type of filmmaking we can expect for Avengers Doomsday, then it's fair to say we're in store for something very special next December. Earlier this year, Schreier told us about alternate post-credit scenes that were considered for Thunderbolts. I mean, Alexi is just so fun. I mean, you could come up with post-credit scenes for Alexi all day. I think we did have one idea that maybe it could be the VHS home video of the soccer game with Mindy, and that might be fun. The chaos of that going back in time, but I don't know. This is just where we landed. Avengers Doomsday, December 18th of 26. Bloody blue. Okay. Um, I'm gonna be real with you, man. That's wild to me. I've known that they use a lot of CGI and blue screen and all that, but that's crazy that people are like, "Yo, dude, I've done a lot of Marvel stuff. This is the first time I've ever been where everything is here." That actually
That's
bothers me a
crazy.
lot personally.
Same.
Like that sucks. Like I'm glad to hear it,
Yeah,
and hopefully we are moving in that direction. But like, damn, bro, like, what sticks out to you about this? I'm assuming it's that.
it is that. Well, especially because I understand there are certain fantastical elements that you have to achieve with CGI. However, I don't
Mhm.
know if you've ever gotten to go work over at like Cinepax, where they have like all those wonderful little studios and they
Yeah,
have an LED set. And it's so cool because, yeah, you're in a car, but then they bring up, Tokyo behind you, but you feel
yeah,
like you're there. So you have it
yep,
on screen like they did here, or you have the actual physical set of where you're supposed to be. This kind of stuff always makes me think about Ian McKellen on the set of The Hobbit, just being
mm,
so distraught of I'm on a green screen acting against tennis balls. This isn't acting,
yeah,
especially after his experience in Lord of the Rings, where everything pretty much
yeah,
was practical. It just
yeah,
it allows your actors to be so much more immersed in their world. Great acting at the end of the day is like being in a D&D campaign. The more immersed your actors are, or the more immersed your players are, the better the whole thing is going to be. And if you allow them to physically be somewhere, have tangible things, they don't have to act as hard. They're just in it. And it's crazy given the amount of just production behind these films that so much
yeah,
of it hasn't even been fake, it hasn't existed. That's wild.
yeah. No, it's a little depressing to be honest with you. It
Yeah.
explains why at times certain stuff feels really wooden. There's definitely been moments in some of these films, whether it be MCU or anything else, where they are super CGI heavy. That sometimes performances feel wooden, and the scenes that feel the most alive are the ones where they're actually acting from across each other. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I
Mhm.
feel like if we take No Way Home, for example, I think the scene where they're all talking together against the villains, where they're all behind the cages and the kids are, kind of like cracking whatever jokes, that feels real because it genuinely feels um that it genuinely feels like they're all in that room cracking jokes together and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or um the scene of them all trying to lift Thor's hammer, like that feels like they were all sitting in a room shooting the shit. But then there are plenty of times where you're in the middle of action sequences where they're clearly in the middle, so it's just tennis balls. Like there are times when you can kind of feel that if you're not in the middle of choreo, but they're taking, it can feel a little off. So
Yeah.
again, it's why, in all honesty, y'all, I got to tell you something. If you in LA, you have to pay her. We friends, so she helped me out. But if you in LA, you need to call Chris Carr to help you read for your auditions, because playing against Chris is fantastic. Like I
Thank
instantly
you.
went on a veil and booked something just from working with Chris to do some shit. So you gotta go with Chris,
Oh,
man. She
that's
she
all
is
you. That's all you and your
uh,
talent. I'm just yes-anding what you're doing.
yeah. But I'll tell you, I hate doing virtual auditions for that exact reason.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good. Like it's so much better to actually have somebody to play against.
hmm Well, and it's
So
why just a little tangent. It's why I always am like, oh my gosh, yeah, have a prop, do whatever, like actually do the thing.
yeah,
We're not in front of my backdrop. We're in that coffee shop having that thing happen.
yeah,
And because we're put in a position we're supposed to act like we're in like our town and have no props. No, it's stupid.
yeah.
It's just easier if you have the things.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. So,
Yeah.
what do y'all think about this news? About this is one of the first practical sets in Marvel. Does that change anything for you? Can you feel the difference one way or the other? Let us know what you think in the comments. And before we get on to the super chat questions, again, please keep sending them in. We will go as long as we have questions to do. The goal is 76, so we appreciate if you can help us get there. It's a very feasible goal. Let us know. But until then, we've got two more great sponsors to share with you really quickly. So check this out.
Okay. So you ever have that last pair of contacts panic? I was talking to my buddy who was telling me they had the panic all of the time. I was just with him. The gym had it. But put them on to 1-800-CONTACTS, which is amazing. So they don't even worry about the bulky glasses anymore. He's so excited to have these when I turned him on to him, because he said it's the only major contact lens retailer, and you can renew your prescription online. You can get your contacts. You get them fast. 1-800-CONTACTS. It has fast, free shipping, and delivers the same contacts that your doctor prescribes right to your door without ever leaving home. So for over 30 years, 1-800-CONTACTS has been the leader in online contact lens delivery, with millions of contacts in stock and award-winning customer service. Here's what sets them apart from everything else. They offer fast, free shipping on every order and have over 100 million contact lenses in stock. Holy moly. Ready to ship from their distribution centers across the country. Free returns and exchange means you can order confidently. They even offer unbeatable perks like free torn lens replacement. They provide a way to renew your contact lens prescription from home with their online vision exam, Express Exam. It takes less than 10 minutes and gives you a doctor-issued prescription you can use to buy contact lenses. They have extra discounts for new customers on their site. 24/7 customer service is there if you ever need help, day or night. Getting contacts, it doesn't have to be a hassle, I promise. Let 1-800-CONTACTS get you the contact lenses that you need right now. You got to order online at 1-800-CONTACTS.com or download the free 1-800-CONTACTS app today.
Thank you so much for 1-800-CONTACTS. We got one more sponsor for you real quick.
Rougiette. I've told you this before. I'm going to tell you again. Let's see how many people know. Can you guess it? What do you get when you have a bald eagle standing on top of a silverback gorilla, and then that is riding on top of a T-Rex? What do you got? Confidence. Pure confidence. That's the kind of confidence that you need in the bedroom for that next level wolf riding beside a velociraptor in a Lamborghini through outer space type of experience. That is right. That's where Rougiette's Go Long comes in. It's not just another ED pill. It's a confidence game changer. Why? Because Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications in one dual-action formula to help you get hard and go the distance. Plus, the effects last up to 36 hours, which means that you're just feeling confident all day, all night, and then some of the next day, too. Getting started? Simple. Connect with a board-certified doctor 100% online at rugiet.com. If prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly to your door. Ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom? You got to head to rugiet.com and use my promo code Kristian. Get 15% off your first order. That is rugiet.com, code Kristian. You got to use my code. Why? Well, they know that I sent you.
Thank you so much from 1-800-CONTACTS and Rougiette. Appreciate it. I'll be honest with you, Chris. It's funny because you mentioned your glasses and the spider bite, and then the 1-800 contacts
Yeah.
is like, damn, I need to change my contacts today. It's supposed to be only a month. I think it's been about 2. I need to take these motherfuckers out.
Oh
Put some new
no!
contacts
Save your
in.
eyes. Oh
Oh
man.
man. Well, Chris, before we get to the super chat questions, you got to let the people know what you got going on, where they can check you out, what kind of stuff you got popping off. So let the people
Oh heck
know.
yeah. Well, you can find me at It's Chris Carr over on Instagram. If you want to go check out my podcast that I do with the incredibly funny Amy Newman, we have a Patreon Vault episode out this day. Wow, that was formal. We have a Patreon episode out today where I'm talking about Muppet Treasure Island, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. We get into some of the backstory on that, how it was made, how my dad met Tim Curry. Some fun stuff happens in there, and we talk about what is and isn't a kink. Fun stuff over on that episode. So wherever you get your podcast, go check it out. If you believe Winston and think that I'm a good acting coach, hey, I can coach you. Head on over to speakfriendstudio.com. I do one-on-one coaching. I also do group lessons in the new year if you're looking to get into voice acting. And I am going to be doing some Black Friday deals too. So follow me on Instagram or follow Speak Friend Studio. What do you have going on?
Fantastic. Well, you can find me at the Swaggy Blurred on all platforms. Here on YouTube, I've got the Blurred Breakdown on Mondays, the pop culture show for when you need to know, see what happened was. So you can check that out. We normally do Spill the Tequila over on the John Roca channel on Tuesdays. He needed this Tuesday off, but we will be back this coming Tuesday. So you don't want to miss that, though. That's my mama's birthday, so it might be a short show. We'll see what happens. Wednesday, I do Blurds in the Hood with myself and Jay Washington. We actually just did our Thanksgiving special this Wednesday, and it was a great time. We, as I mentioned, we instead of calling it Black Family Feud, we called it Blurred's Gonna Feud, but it was absolutely hysterical, including the opening up of the episode. Something I said about DJ Khaled in front of my mom that I'm not going to repeat here because it's not safe for work, and we don't be swearing or talking like that on this show in particular because I guess kiddos watch this from time to time. But it may have been one of the funniest moments ever because everybody's like, bro, your mom is watching. What are you doing? So if you want to see chaos incarnate, please go and watch that. The replay is up. I've got it on my channel as well. I need to go and check some stuff out real quick. Because I think we got a copyright thing for a song that played a little too long, but I'll fix that. You can check that out later today. Obviously here every Friday, typically myself, Kristian, and Chris. The Demon Slayer reactions are off this particular weekend. We had another scheduling snafu, unfortunately, but we will be back next weekend. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I will probably be streaming a little bit this weekend as well. So if you want to come and hang out, I've been playing both Fallout 4 in anticipation of the new season of Fallout, and I've also gotten back into playing the Halo games. I'm going from Halo 1 all the way through Infinite to go through the entire story because I forgot how good the original story really was and then how wonky the second trilogy story was. I kind of wanted to compare the two, so doing a lot of stuff right now, and I would love to have you come and join me. So come say what's up. So, all right, Chris, the goal today was 76. Right
Okay.
now, we're sitting at 15. So we got time. Y'all want to support us, support the show.
Yeah.
Again, we need about what is that? 51, no, 61
Yeah.
to take the crown. We can do it. I believe in us. I believe in
Listen,
this
y'all,
group.
support Winston's puppy. Help me get a cortisol shot. Let's go.
Oh my god. Like we don't want Chris to lose her eye. She's gonna have to burn her house, so she's gonna need a new home.
I need to get a
So
whole new home. There's spiders here.
there's so many. Okay, so hey, Mr. CJ coming in. Happy Thanksgiving, Capes and Cows. A happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Mr. CJ.
Yeah.
Mr. CJ also happens to say,
I wish I knew.
he wish he knew for sure. The G-Man 8119. Chris saw Stranger Things. FYI, episode 4 has eye violence.
Ooh, thank
Oh.
you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Now I'm less mad at Logan falling asleep because I was like, I have to stop watching this show.
Well,
Ugh!
wait, did they release all at once?
No, it's a chunk. So there's a chunk that came out yesterday. There's going to be another
Uh-huh.
one around Christmas. And then the finale, I believe, is on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, which is
Okay.
a weird setup. But
Well, in the past they normally have just either said, "Here's the whole thing."
yeah.
I want to say last season they released 2 chunks as well, kind of what the kind of what Squid Game did. where it was like what January and June or something like that. I feel like I think they're realizing that if they want someone to give a shit about their thing, maybe don't give it all at the same time, especially if you're going to do it with
Yeah.
a show like Stranger Things, where you only put it out every, 5 years, however long it's been at this point. Like,
A decade, you know. It's just
it's
to
so
me,
stupid.
and Amy and I talked about this. It feels like a summer show or a Halloween show. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like Christmas
Let's
time.
put no, that's a weird, it was a weird choice to do that, but it is what it is. Mr. CJ comes in and saying, "You eight-legged freaks." Mike Joyce comes in. Thank you so much with what was the most eventful Thanksgiving you've had, either good or bad? My grandma died on Thanksgiving one year. Oh my Lord.
Oh my God.
I'm so
Mike, I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
Most eventful Thanksgiving I've had.
I have a
I
weird
gotta
one.
go because I'm trying to
Okay.
think.
So this was a Friendsgiving, but it was on an actual Thanksgiving. I'm not going to say
Okay.
anyone's names,
Okay.
but we were heading over to someone's house and we were told ahead of time this girlfriend, who we did not like of one of our friends,
Mm.
was going to give an ultimatum and propose at Thanksgiving. And so it was this really weird, like tense dinner where all of us who knew were just kind of staring at each other and being like, when's it gonna
Oh
happen? When's
God,
it gonna
no.
happen?
No, no,
Um,
no, 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 no.
and luckily it didn't. But it was just so weird of like, you can't say you have to marry me or we're breaking up. That's not a cool thing to do to someone. And also if that's on the plate, maybe just break up. It was so
How
awkward
long
and
were they
uncomfortable.
together?
Oh, at this point I think it'd been a couple years. They did get married. We wish them well.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
That's Oof. Okay. Well, I thought of one, and I
Okay.
ironically, man, this one was so ghetto for so many reasons. Okay, so the first year that me and my fiance are together, um, I was just like, "Hey, I'm doing Thanksgiving at my mom's house. Do you want to come and you can like meet my mom and whatnot?" And she was like, "Okay, sure." So we do this, but at the time, we had just gotten together in like August. There was this girl that I was in no way, shape, that's a friend of my sister's, who in no way, shape, or form was I interested in, but she was obsessed with me and kind of did this weird thing like you see in the movies of like, I'm gonna break him up. I'm gonna do all the things to ruin it, and then he gonna see me, and then we gonna run off together, blah blah blah. So it's
No.
my sister's friend, so she got invited to this Thanksgiving as well, right? So I was initially told there were gonna be about maybe 9 or 10 people at this Thanksgiving dinner at my mom's house, only to find out that there were actually going to be about 30 people at this dinner, and I was in charge of the mac and cheese. So I had made X amount of mac and cheese to be told there's going to be 3 times the amount of people you thought were going to be there. So now I had to, on Thanksgiving Day, figure out how to go get more supplies for more mac and cheese, put all this together. I could not fit the tray that big into my like apartment sized oven.
Yeah.
So I was like, I will just use my mom's oven when I get there. She said I could do it. I get over there. Oh, the turkey's in there. This, that. There's no space for that. Sorry, you can't do it. So the girl that's trying to ruin things, she goes, "Well, I live around the corner. I can go and cook your mac and cheese if you want." And I was like, "All right, I guess." So we do that. But while that's happening, Kristen, my fiance, she's she's just my girlfriend at the time, but she like comes in, she's trying to meet my mom. Like she brings this bottle of wine. My mom is just kind of being not cool at the time. She's like, "Oh, okay, you can like put over there, whatever." But like she brought flowers and wine and all this kind of stuff. And then like years later, my mom was like, "Hey, the first time we met, she didn't bring me." I was like, "Ma, she brought you a nice ass bottle of wine and some flowers." She goes, "She did?" I said, "Yes." "You didn't see that giant bouquet of flowers?" And she's like, "That was from her." And I was like, "Yes." And the wine was in the fridge. We put it towards the back so no one would drink. She goes, "Mama don't drink wine." I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. I just thought that was there. I was like, "You've got to be shitting me." So we come back to the actual like dinner.
Mhm.
I gave very specific instructions on what, like how long and how hot to cook the thing. She did not do that. She actually did like put at a lower temperature for less time. So when we all got it, everybody was like, "This feels really gross and undercooked." So everybody thought that I was kind of just, and so then she's out here being like, "Yeah, the mac's not great, but like that just means the next time for Thanksgiving, I'll just have to come back and I'll make the mac next time. Everybody will love my like." This is also a girl God, this is not safe for work either, but it's too funny not to say. When I first met her way before Kristen and I got together, the way she introduced herself, she goes, "I'm so and so," and they call me the mouth of the South. That is how she introduced herself. Like, that is
Oh
how she decided she
no.
wanted me to know her as the mouth of the South. So it was just really bad. And like from that point forward, like we were trying to play games, and some people were gonna do taboo, and some people were gonna do spades, and some people were
She
gonna
was
do she's
playing
like,
taboo.
who you telling? But she started screaming, "No, we're all playing one game together." Like this girl was a lot, bro. It was a lot going
Oof.
on. So that was my little ghetto ass Thanksgiving. The fact that my fiance decided to stick with me after that just proves that
True
we were
love.
clearly meant to be, because that's true
Yeah.
love. We weren't even in love yet, and the fact that she stuck around after that just says something. So
Yeah. Oh man, MVP.
I didn't realize I had like suppressed that until you were like, "What's a weird thing that happened to you at Thanksgiving?" And I was like,
Oh no.
"Oh, great question, Mike Joyce. Appreciate
Hmm.
that." Um, JC Cleaver 7764 says, "What's your least favorite popular comic character?" Hmm.
Ooh. Well, you know mine, Jean Grey.
Oh, right. Ugh. Ugh, how
And it's not
dare
because
you?
she's ginger.
Liar. You are a liar. um Honestly, I'm getting a little bit better about it, but Superman. I've never been a Superman
Oh,
fan. I think he's
okay.
boring as a whole, but what I will give my homies credit for, some comic friends of mine, they put me on years ago to hear a specific Superman stories you should read, and it really drove home. And this was actually something I told to Henry Cavill when I interviewed him for Batman v Superman. I was honest. There's a meme that goes around every now and again of I'm wearing a Batman shirt in that interview, and he goes, "Oh, I see, it's laundry day," and like once a year somebody goes, "Hey man, you were in a meme," and I was like, but the idea of it's not about what Superman can do, it's about what Superman should do. I think that
Mm,
if you get a story that is what is at the core of what's going on, it
yeah.
really works, and it's part of why I really did enjoy what Gunn did with Superman this particular time. Um, because especially once you get to the point where now the whole world hates you because they think you're out here just trying to make a harem, like,
Yeah.
and you're here to conquer, not actually to save. Really going back to the roots, really focus then on the Kents, like that is where Superman becomes really interesting. Or the argument between him and Lois about him interfering with political stuff, but it was
Yeah.
trying to save lives. That is infinitely more interesting than Superman punch good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that is typically why I don't like him. But those types of stories are making me change my mind on that. That's my long-winded answer.
That's great.
JC follows up with, what's your favorite not popular comic character?
Ooh.
I might have to think on this one because
Yeah.
nothing is coming to mind immediately.
I mean, I really like the question, but I feel like he's more popular now. Or she, depending on if you're doing the Renee Montoya run.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know though.
I would genuinely have to think about it. I'm trying to see if there's anything on my wall.
Oh, Etrigan.
Oh, I do like Etrigan. Etrigan is dope.
Etrigan's so cool.
I do like Etrigan. Etrigan is very, very dope. I like Etrigan. You know what? I'd probably say like popular in the sense that like the name is out there, but not crazy popular, but like icon. Like, because
Ooh.
static is the more popular of the milestone um creations, but I really do
Hmm.
like icon.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think that
good one.
icon's pretty interesting. All right, keep it moving. These are great questions, y'all. Keep sending them in. We're moving along. We're
Yes,
at
please.
22. Next thing you know, it's gonna be 77 and we're gonna win. It's gonna be amazing. I would really appreciate that.
Hmm.
Michael DA81, support for Winston and the lovely Chris. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Aren't her
Michael.
glasses so good, y'all? Look at them. Mad Citizen Macau. Anime character you hate. I despise Light Yagami. You hate Light Yagami? I mean, he's a little
Whoa.
shit, but I like Light. Um,
Yeah.
Anime character that I hate. Let's see.
Show is it Show Tucker? The
Oh,
from
Shout Tucker.
full
Oh yeah, everybody hates
yes.
Tucker. Tucker's a piece of
Oh,
shit.
that
Shout
chimera
Tucker.
nonsense.
Ugh.
How dare you?
Ugh. Then take your dog and your daughter. Ugh.
You did
Ugh.
that to Nina. You did that to Alexander. What the hell?
Edward. Oh God. Why would I do that? What's wrong with me? I just unlocked trauma for no reason. Ugh. God. Oh, I also hate Jujutsu Kaisen, the dude that is able to like he touches you and he can like mess up your soul so your whole body just like explodes. What is his name? I
Oh,
cannot remember his name. Someone in the chat might know.
I still
I
have to watch it.
Yo, dude, you would
I
love it.
know. I know.
You would. Do you have you seen Solo Leveling?
No. I
Chris,
know.
we
I'm
can't even be
sorry.
friends anymore. I have.
What? Oh, that's fair.
You're on your
I
own.
will remember you.
From Greenie from Moz, Jack and Daxter movie sounds cool. Love them games.
Yeah, those are fun games.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I would enjoy that. I would prefer a Sly Cooper game if we had to pick between
Ooh.
the PlayStation games to bring. But I think a Jack and Daxter movie would be fun.
Yeah.
Matt Sinister McCall comes back saying, "Video game that needs to be a movie. GTA 5 for me. GTA 5 would be a good movie. I would
That's
enjoy
fun.
that. What should be a movie? I mean, Fallout's got a TV show, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, and so many of them I
Um,
want to be TV shows, not movies.
yeah,
Like I
because
know
there's
people are
just
talking about like a clear obscure movie. I don't want that. I want a
yeah.
series.
You need time to be able to chew on something. I'm trying to think what would be good. What would be good? Oh, a Star Fox movie.
Oh,
I would
yes.
actually the fighting Andros and whatnot. Though again, it might be better as like a show, but like I think that would be a lot of fun to
That'd be
do a
great.
Star Fox movie. I think that would be dope. Like you
Oh, I
go on,
love that.
especially you have to go to the different planets and deal with different issues. Like I feel like it could be a great like sci-fi adventure film.
Yeah. Oh, that's very fun. I like that.
Only reason I even thought about that is because I looked down. I've got my Switch here. I have the Smash Brothers Switch, the first Switch, and I'm just looking at the characters. And I was like, we got a Mario movie, we got a Pokemon movie, we're getting a Legend of Zelda movie. A Metroid one would also be good. I think a Metroid one would also become. Looking at Samus here. Both of those, Star Fox or Metroid would be great. El Baba Yaga. So I can say Baba Yaga, but I can't say Schreier. El Baba Yaga. Sure. Herb Herlinger's for word for to be a hero slash anime. To be a hero anime is amazing. It is a show where your powers come based off how people view you. If they believe you're really strong, you have Hulk powers. Whoa.
Ooh.
Is this on Crunchyroll? Because I will watch that today while I'm
Yeah.
working. Hold
That's
on.
fun sounding.
To be a hero X. Yes, to be a hero X. Oh, there's to be a hero and to be a hero X. Okay, cool. And to be a heroine. I guess this is like a whole like set of franchises. Franchise.
That's fun.
Dude. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the hell out of this today.
Yeah.
Thank you for my media for the day. I appreciate you.
Gosh. Yeah,
El
guys,
Baba
anytime you
Yaga.
have anime suggestions,
I will
obviously I
always.
have some work to do, but
You have a
yeah,
lot of work
send
to do.
us.
How dare
I'm
you?
so sorry. I've been watching Campfire Cooking in a different world, and that's just delightful.
Fair. Yoshimitsu 50. I've also been before I do this. I've been rewatching 30 Rock, and I forgot how funny it is. But also, there's a lot of stuff that did not age well.
No.
Holy crap! Yoshimitsu 5537. Sorry I'm late. Was watching Blurred's Family Feud. Thank you so much. I lost track of time. Jay's commercial made me shoot coffee out my nose at work. Good to see you both.
I gotta watch.
There is. You could definitely go and watch the Family Feud. It was great. There is a commercial that Jay did that somebody made like a whole song out of that has become a constant meme slash joke on the show. And people were not ready for that. So thank you so much for watching, Yoshimitsu. Appreciate you very much. And thank you for the super chat. comes back in. No wonder Thunderbolts hit my MCU top 5. It feels like a real movie. I can only imagine how much practical sets help actors. Honestly, I can't explain how much it helps. The only comparison I could think of for like people that do sports, there's a complete difference if you're training for football of like hitting pads and running through pads, and another human running at you full speed and seeing who's stronger.
Yeah.
There is a difference. There's a difference between sparring martial arts or boxing with a heavy bag and actually fighting another fighter. So that's the only way that I could describe it, because you don't know, like, that's an inanimate object versus a live living being that has its own thoughts, feelings, and is going to throw whatever in the mix. They may forget their line. They may add a line. They may jump their line. They may start crying, which may you start crying. Like, there's so many reasons why it changes having practical settings and or people there. So, yes, John X Dragon. Hey, Chris and Winston. Whitson. I think that was to like go at the fact that I can't say anybody else's name. Do you believe, since it's been a while for Detective Pikachu, we will possibly see a potentially better reboot for a new live-action Pokemon movie, depending on how well Zelda does? Yeah, I could see that. Justice Smith still looks very young, but I think also the fact that like it was almost, it hasn't been a decade yet, has it? It's been at least 7, I think. Detective Pikachu. It was 2009. Oh God, dude, time is moving at a weird pace. I thought it was so much longer ago, but he looked like a child back then. Like he looks like a grown ass man now. Young grown ass man, but he looked like a genuine child back then. So I think we might get another one.
Oh, for sure, especially with the popularity of Pokemon. I mean,
yeah,
that's huge.
Absolutely. John follows it up with a Pokemon story based on trainers starting out and choosing a partner, going on a journey to the Pokemon League is a great map for a cinematic world. I mean, yeah, you could tell the original story. I think that would be great. I hope that there's some truth to their building out a Smash Brothers world, that they're intentionally doing all of these movies, and then eventually we're going to get a Super Smash Bros. I think that would be awesome.
That'd be so fun.
I would absolutely love that more than anything. Anthony Borelli 9936 says, showed my 11th grade English class Muppet Treasure Island after reading the book. I'm sitting there cracking up and they seem pretty unamused.
Well, how dare those children? Teach them something else. They're going to learn today. All right.
Maybe it's because they're in 11th grade. They're too cool for school now. You got to show it to them when they're in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
And then revisit it in your 30s once you stop caring about what people think about you and go, oh, this is good.
God damn
this is
Chris.
Good. But it's true.
It is true.
Also, Anthony, I am curious because I only read like a kid's version of Treasure Island. I never read the actual book. Is this like Muppet Christmas Carol, where it is one of the like most excellent translations? Because like Muppet Christmas Carol uses the text so well to the point that Gonzo, like uses the right inflection in phrases that Dickens capitalized and italicized. So I'm interested to know if they stuck to their guns in the same way.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty curious too. Let us know. Let us know for sure. Let's keep it pushing over to Dancing Dog 60. Great show. Enjoying you two while I sip an Asahi. I don't know why, but that's how we used to say it in college. Instead of calling it a Asahi, we just be like Asahi. For some reason, it feels like the beer activates quicker. I don't know. Maybe it's all psychosomatic.
I believe that's science.
Night Fox 1190. What's your favorite anime? Mine's DBZ. I mean, it's going to be hard for me to unlodge DBZ from just how formative it was for me, but I've really been enjoying like My Hero Academia has been great. Solo Leveling, I cannot stop talking about it, is fantastic. It hasn't reached like my pinnacle, but it is so good. I love Death Notes, which is why Hating Light Yagami is wild sauce to me. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is great. I think DBZ is probably my favorite though. What about you?
Oh man, I'm always gonna have a soft spot for Sailor Moon because that was my gateway drug to everything.
Exactly.
It got me in comic book shops. Cowboy Bebop. I love Trigun. I love Samurai Champloo.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho is so good.
Chef's Kiss. Hunter x Hunter, or just Hunter x Hunter.
I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter. I need to watch that.
Hunter x Hunter is great. You would love it. You absolutely.
Erased?
Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the name of the dude that I can't stand. Mojito. Mojito is a piece of
Ah.
shit. I hate him so much. Um, but you need to watch
I
Jujutsu.
do. I need to watch that. I need to watch Solo Leveling. I do think My Hero Academia though is like now in my top echelon because
This
the final
ending,
season, all I've done is cry.
dude.
All I've done is
I
cry.
the final charge with all the homies bawling. I slept on the couch because I was working late, so I slept on the couch and I woke up yesterday for Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and I just put it on, just streaming down my face,
Oh,
and I was just like trying, like I at a certain point I was like biting my blanket so I wouldn't cry audibly and wake up Kristen, where I was just like because like anytime you have one or two things will always get me to cry. You get somebody that's been on like this crazy quest one way or the other to like succeed, and they pull it off, but especially if like a father figure says to them, I am so proud of you, you did it. Because like me and my dad are cool now. I had a really bad relationship with him growing up, so like
mhm.
seeing that, I'm always just like, so Mulan
Yeah.
ruins me, Hercules ruins me. Just because every time I'm just like, he did it. That is so proud of him. And then the other one is when you have your people just show up for you and help you out. It's the same kind of thing. I think my abandonment issues are just I'm out here just having therapy on the show. But like seeing all the homies be like, no, you got this and I got your back, baby. Like every single
Oh,
every single one that showed up, I was like, oh my god, and there's so it's oh my god, he's broken but he's doing it. Like
it's
man, oh man.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Armored All Might having moves that are the kids' moves. What?
Did you read the manga or you were just watching the show?
No, I've just been watching the show and now I'm excited to get the manga and go back and read through all of it. And
So
I do wait for the dubs. Like I'm gonna be honest, you
that's
guys.
fine.
Like I
That's
I love them. I want to support my fellow voice
That's what I'm
actors.
saying. You're also a
Um,
voice actor, so I get it.
yeah. But I
Yeah,
keep just being like, "But maybe I'll watch it and then just go back.
you should.
Logan doesn't
Yeah,
need to know.
you should just watch it and go back because
Yeah.
the I can't even explain to you the last step. Like now they're going into epilogue territory, but like the last
Mhm.
episode so far of like the main stuff. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Greenie from Oz signed up for a film course next year. Been a mechanic the last 8 years since I finished school, but I thought I needed to change it up. Any advice for a newbie? Wow.
Ooh. Well, are you doing I'm sorry, I'm asking you questions like we're just having a nice back and forth. But
Well,
are you doing
maybe they'll send another
yeah,
one in. We'll keep an eye out,
yeah.
but go for it.
Are you in front of the camera? Are you going to be behind the camera? What specifically are you doing? The biggest thing too is just to keep an open mind and be super open to stories that you have not heard and stories that are outside of your purview. That was the biggest thing for me once I still stayed in Texas for college, but leaving my kind of small little close-minded town and being in Austin, being introduced to so many different people, so many different types of movies and so many different types of filmmakers changed the game for me.
Yeah, as much different film as possible. If you're watching the show, meaning you've probably been following Christian for a while,
Yeah.
then you have been around and he all over the place, all different types of movies, which is great. Watch indies, watch mega blockbusters, watch foreign films, watch old movies, watch new movies, watch as much as you can. Um, if you're coming from the acting side of things, I agree with Chris. More so than anything, it's about tapping into as much life as possible. All of your experiences will matter and they will help. So if you had a day as a mechanic where you really hurt yourself, that will come into play. If you had a day where
Yeah.
like you really achieved something, that'll come into play. If you've lost family members, if you got married, like all of that type of stuff plays into it because the key point of acting is it's not just the high points, it's the low points, it's the middles, it's the waking up on a regular ass Tuesday and you don't want to go to work, or then you wake up the next Wednesday and you're just excited because you know that like your crush will be at the gym. She's there every Wednesday. Those little things that affect your little day-to-day movements is where the acting part of stuff will kick in. And then just as a storyteller, as a writer, or as a director, same thing. You're now not just painting your world, you're painting the whole world. So the more you can take in, with, I know people hate saying, oh, well, I don't want politics, I just want my movies. They matter because that affects how the world is operating, and that affects the world that you then end up building. So even if you don't focus on the politics of in the movie, because it's Lady Bird, so it's really just arguing with her mom and getting ready to go to school, what Portland is like actually affects how the two of them interact in the first place. So the politics of Portland, the layout of it, etc. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of stuff to that. Bring as much life to this as possible, because that will inform your art. Sorry for
Well
that very
said.
long-winded answer.
That was great, though.
Oh, thank you. Soundwave Chronicles. Are the Doomsday plot details fact? Wouldn't it be better to let the trailer teaser a tease story? Would be cool if Doom convinced X-Men Avengers equals bad, plus Rambeau has to use her connection to appeal to her mom. I think it'll go like, that's the whole thing. All of it is a lot of like rumored stuff. We don't actually know anything yet. So yes, we will have to wait and see how much that changes, on top of the fact that I appreciate that the Russos and Feige have thrown red herrings before, even with trailers, just so we do get surprising it to enjoy the story as a full. But that doesn't necessarily sound like like at a certain point they will have to put a tagline out, and the tagline will have to explain at least a bare minimum of what's going on. So we will see. I agree with you. Let's wait and see. And I'm curious how the X-Men are involved. I have a feeling that Doom is manipulating them to attack the Avengers or something.
Oh, probably. I think that's gonna be it.
Keep sending them in. We're at 37. We were chugging along, y'all. We've got about 15 minutes left. Let's see if we can get to that goal. Dancing Dog 60. Sin City is a great example of a stilted acting in films when two actors are never in the same room. I loved Rorik, but others were slightly weak. Yeah.
That's fair. That's
That is
fair.
a very
I do
good
love that
assessment.
movie.
I love that movie. I hate the second one.
Oh, terrible.
But yes, that's a very good example. Michael DA81 comes back in. It's 2:30 a.m. here, but enjoying your chats nonetheless. While I do assignments, helps my sanity. LOL. Also, hope your eye heals up soon, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Michael. And you're an Aussie, so thank you for watching this so early in the morning. That's so nice of you.
No, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Dancing Dog 60. I'd love to see the live action Icon and Hardware. Yeah, man, that would be dope.
Yeah.
I would love to do that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
JC Cleaver 7764. Kieran Culkin as Mad Hatter and Batman. Thoughts?
Ooh, that's fun.
That's a good pull. That's a good pull. I really like that.
Oh, yeah. He'd have such whimsy. That'd be so fun.
So much to do, so much to see. Just I think he would crush that. It's a Dog 60 coming back. Wilder, Michael Keaton, Whoopi Goldberg, and Denzel all got film roles that Eddie Murphy turned down way back. He gave them film careers by proxy. So wait a minute.
Oh.
I'm so curious. What are these movies? Because I didn't. This must be from the Eddie documentary, to bring that up randomly. But I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Me neither. I still need to watch that, and then I need to watch the John Candy one.
Yes. I didn't know that. I'll have to, if someone doesn't mind telling which movies. I'm so curious, because I will watch the Being Eddie eventually, but I'm not entirely. My guess maybe with Whoopi would have been Ghost, maybe.
Ooh.
Like, because I'm trying to think of her catalog, because a lot of her other stuff, like Ghost, doesn't necessarily. I could see that be written for either gender and kind of plugging in. Like,
it'd be wild if it was Sister Act.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you give him Sister Act or The Color Purple. I don't like.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. What are the movies? Mad Sinister McCall, thoughts on Berserk? Hate Light because of L. F him. Wait.
Okay.
You hate Light because of what he did to L. Sure, that's fair. Thoughts on Berserk? Love Berserk. Berserk is great.
That's another one I haven't watched.
Oh, you should see it. It's violent.
Ooh,
it's so violent.
Oh my gosh! While I was in Florida with my folks, my brother and I were trying to explain like how arms being ripped off is just such a big anime trope. She was just like, "What do you mean arms get ripped off?" And we were just like, "I don't know, man. Arms just get ripped off in anime. It's cool as hell."
Happens a lot. Now that I think about it, I mean, shit. The Raikage just cut his arm off at one point. One Punch Man, the swordsman just loses his arm. There's a lot of people just losing arms. It's pretty kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a constant.
Yeah. Ronaldo McWhiskey 6689 sending support and thanks to you all and everyone hard at work in the live chat. Thank you so much for that. And yes, thank you. And hey, Mr. CJ comes back in talking about.
I wish I knew.
Thank you so much, Mr. CJ. Appreciate that, sir. El Baba Yaga 1928. Two Hero X is a standalone with no manga. The other show you say goes got to be something else, a whole different show with a crazy vibe. So maybe avoid to be a heroine. It's only 24 episodes. Okay, good. So they're all separate. Good to know.
Okay.
Dope. Justice Smith and Abdul Mateen, this is Dancing Dog 60, were in The Get Down, which had a lot of talent in it and was pretty underrated. Looking forward to Wonder Man. I am very much looking forward to Wonder Man. I forget that Abdul, that's when it, because Wonder Man's been pushed to January now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought it was coming out in December, but yeah, it's been pushed. So that's fair. Good to know. Oh yeah, my boy, The Get Down, my boy Emmy was in that too. Emmy and Qualker. He got his like first series regular break in Inhumans. He was Gorgon. Obviously, Inhumans didn't do super hot, but he's had a really good career now. And he actually, for those that are Schmodown fans, has become good friends with Andrew Guy because my boy Emmy is on Matlock. He's a series regular on Matlock. So when Guy did his like 3 or 4 episode stint, they got to become friends, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
The G-Man 8119. Great job today, guys. The algorithm brought up the incredible soundtrack. I forgot how intense it was. Michael C's on the same level as Williams. Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. Yoshimitsu coming back. What's the craziest thing you read for school and watched the movie? We did A Clockwork Orange in 10th grade. Rough experience, but great discussions.
Whoa.
Read, but then watched the movie. I don't know if it's crazy, but it's just intense because of what it's talked about. But To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah. Mine was probably, it's not crazy, but we read Romeo and Juliet and they showed us the 1960s film where there's nudity. And so as kids, you were just like, what? A boob?
A boob? Wow.
That's crazy.
Yo, dude, the only boobs I've seen have been on my calculator. I don't know why my child version is a surfer when I was from Texas. Which I do have another effed up story. I'll tell you this much. If we about reading in class, we're still a ways away. We're about 31 away from winning this, 30 away now. If we win, I will stay a little late and I will tell y'all the most effed up story that I had in middle school about reading in class. It was nuts, actually. And it's definitely not safe for work, which is why we need to wait until we get to the end. So if we get to it, I will tell y'all this story.
Come on.
Okay. Dancing Dog 60 comes back. Chris Winston, are you too familiar with Titan/Titra Sound Studios? They used to dub imports back in the 60s and 70s, famous for dubbing Speed Racer. No, I'm not familiar, but Speed Racer. Oh, like it was a lot.
Not now, Trixie. I'm in a race. I gotta go.
Right. I gotta go. I gotta get here. Racer X. Oh my God, I can't believe he's here. He's my brother. What? He'll never know that I'm his brother. Blah 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 blah.
Man, that dub's nuts. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Mark Jason Ali, what are you both working on recently that you could talk about? Obviously, don't want to get you in trouble with NDAs. Do you have any favorite films? That's a great question. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting on the film, the feature I shot this year. It's been postponed till next year. Obviously, if it was coming out now, I would tell you guys. I know that they had a hang up with post-production. I don't know if it was a budget thing or what, but they're talking now spring or summer. So I will let you know when I know. I'm working on a short film that I wrote that we're going to start filming in January. That's pretty much it right now. The end of the year is always kind of wonky. Everything slows down. So that's it for now. What about you, Chris?
Well, I'm so lucky I got my poop in a group and I didn't audition early because I got something in on Wednesday that they were like, it's not due till Monday. And now with this freaking thing on my face, I'm so glad I got it in under the wire. But what's coming out
did you
soon?
say you got your poop in a group?
My poop in a group.
What What?
It's the nice way of saying I got my shit together.
I really wish
It's sweet.
I really wish I had my blurs memes that I could play right now because I have a perfect one for this, but I'm just like I only thing I could when you said that the only thing that I thought of that works here was
Pause it.
like I'm like pause it. I need you to explain that to me.
What is that?
My poop in wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but yes, I'm glad you got it in early
I'm glad I got it in early. I have a stop motion film coming out soon that you can check out some of the behind the scenes on my Instagram because they've started putting out the animation, and I've never been in something like that before. So I obviously recorded all my stuff already, but the studio is great. It's movies. And then I am in the games, all the versions of Blade and Soul. I've been recording new stuff for that the last few months, which has been really fun. And then I'm on hold for a play that I really want. It's going to be fun and weird.
Let's
It's one of the ones that when you
go.
were doing your self tapes, I've had 3 callbacks for it now, and I'm just like,
Damn, make up
can I
your
do
mind,
it?
people. How many
Can
callbacks
I
you
please
need?
be in it? It'd be pretty cool.
Man. Favorite film? Any
Oh,
of your favorite
shoot.
films?
Muppet Christmas Carol. Like this,
Oh.
it truly is my favorite movie of all time. I love it so much, and I'm going to watch it every day.
Yeah, I've never hidden. I've always said that my favorite. I call it one movie, but Rush Hour and Rush Hour 2. So this news of I'm not going to get political right now, but I've
Yeah.
also not hidden that I'm not the biggest fan of the president, and maybe the only time that I've been like, "Good for you." It might be the only time I was like, "Well done."
I thought about you when the news came out, where I was like, "Well, this is a little ray of sunshine amongst all this. This is nice."
But I've always said I'll keep the same energy. If he did something that I appreciated, I would say it, and I appreciate him trying to make that happen. It better not be as bad as the third one. I did not like the third one. It wasn't very good, but it'll be the only time I will give him credit. So there you go. Dancing Dog 60. They did Zilla and Kung Fu films in the 70s.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right. The more you know. Imports played dubs in U.S. theaters back then. Right. Okay. All right. Dude, Dancing Dog, thank you so much for teaching us a little bit today. Best convention you've attended so far. Mine was the Chicago Comic-Con when the Image comic folks all unearthed what was pretty exciting back when. Best convention. I was always a big fan of the Fit Expos just because I played dodgeball tournaments there. So those were always just fun because you would get a lot of free like workout supplements or gear or things like that, and it would be dope. But probably my favorite of all time would be I went to PAX Expo here. It was my very first convention when I was in college. That was awesome. I had a lot of fun there. What about you?
My first Comic-Con I went to was amazing because I got to meet Stan Lee, just like accidentally.
Nice.
So that's always up there. And then I used to love going to WonderCon. I haven't gone in years, but that was just so nice and intimate. And you really got to talk to creators, which was so cool.
Nice. Hell yeah. I forgot we started a little late, so we still got about 13 minutes left. We're still going.
Okay.
And we're getting closer. 58, y'all. We are getting so close. Keep it coming, please, please. And
We want that not safe for work story.
That not safe for work story about me in middle school and reading. It was a thing. Might be why I have trouble reading names now. You'll see. You wish you knew. Derek Johnson 9121 come in saying can't stay long, but throwing in some support. Thank you so much, DJ. Appreciate you, my man. Matt Sinister McCall coming back. Most disturbing anime you've seen. Perfect Blue for me. Most disturbing. I don't know. I can think of moments. So, like, again, I think the moment of finding out about Nina, like,
that's probably the
mutilated
worst thing I've seen.
It was pretty awful.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it. Because nothing is popping out immediately. I mean, I was very disturbed by when and the only time I was disturbed in Dragon Ball Z is when Majin Buu, they told him, hey, Piccolo goes, yo, bro, like, I know you want to fight this super strong warrior, but he's not ready. So this is going to sound wild. Why don't you like go kill the other humans on the planet? Like, you can do that. Like that'll buy you some time. You'll have some fun. And they were like, Piccolo, what the hell are you doing? And he's just like, he telepathically like, yo, we got the Dragon Balls. We'll wish him back to life. We have to buy time. And then Majin Buu goes, okay, puts his hand up, shoots infinite beams out of his hands, and they all pinpoint every single living human on the planet. And he goes, human extinction technique. Now, where is my opponent? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that broke me as a child. I was like, what is happening right now? So
Yeah.
what comes to mind? I don't know if there's anything that you can think of.
I'm trying to. I think, yeah, the Nina moment is the thing that like destroyed me. And I went, wait, what? What? No, you can't do that.
Yeah, no. That was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Greenie from Oz, awesome advice, legends. Thanks.
Aw,
Happy to share it. I hope you absolutely crush it, man. Absolutely crush it.
same.
Derek Johnson coming in with that multi-support.
Hell yeah, Derek.
Bro.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah, Pimpin'. Appreciate you.
Aw.
Appreciate you, bro. You out here just
Mustard.
the wrong one. I meant to click this one. You're out here
Your
looking
money like that.
motherfucking Batman.
Here we go.
That's what I was trying to hit. The M's. Dancing Dog, Carbon Copy with Denzel, and Night Shift with Michael Keaton, and Burglar for Whoopi. All turned down by Murphy.
Oh.
Kind of crazy. Interesting. I did not know that.
That's very interesting.
Did not know that at all.
Huh.
Oh my God, Derek Johnson. Just
Derek.
a dog.
What a ledge.
Just the man, dude. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
The G-Man 8119 had same R&J experience with the movie in class. Teacher was trying to explain morning after scene. Yes, ma'am, we know what happened. A boob.
A boob. Whoa.
Wow. Again, Derek Johnson.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. CJ, Cosmic Moon Power.
Yes. Oh, I don't think you can see it, but like over there's some of them. I've got my little Sailor Moon shrine is over that way.
Oh, look at Serena out here.
I love them.
Y'all, we are at 68. We are 9 away. We are 9 away from doing this. Please, this story. I don't want to build it up too much, but it is a lesson in bad teaching. I will say that much.
Okay.
Okay. So, Derek Johnson comes back in. Controversy in a Prince voice. The new Avatar movie won't earn $1 billion. There, I said it. I don't know why I was doing like kind of a.
Ooh.
That'll be interesting. I don't think there's a world where it won't make $1 billion, but I don't think it's gonna come close to 2. That was the main thing everybody's asking. It's like, oh, it'll make $2 billion.
No.
I think it might hit like 1.2. I think the numbers are just down as a whole at the box office.
Yeah.
And so that'll probably be where it caps out. But what do you think?
But those globally do so well.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you have an estimate?
I think it's gonna just crawl into that
$1 billion.
building. Yeah.
Yeah. I think 1.2 because you're getting Christmas. So you'll have the holiday kind of push and all that kind of stuff. And it'll probably have January is always bad movie wise. So I think it'll pull through February. But I think that's it. But I don't know. We will see. Derek Johnson again with more support after that question. Then Dancing Dog 60. I used to date a woman who worked at Sony who would bring home early files of films. It was better than Netflix and chill pre-release movies. Sigh. Man.
Oh.
Yeah, that used to. I don't know why it's a used to. Unless was she a cannibal? I don't know.
Oh.
Why would you stop? Yeah. Derek Johnson coming in again. Guys, we're at 72, 5 away.
Yes.
Then Dancing Dog, film that scared you as a kid or as an adult.
Ooh.
I mean, I still need to release my reaction to Weapons. I need to finish editing me reacting to it, but I definitely got disturbed a couple times during that. But like scared me as a kid. I don't know. What do you got?
The It miniseries with Tim Curry as a child. And then when I was an adult, Saw. Because I think some people know this story. I don't know if I've told this to you. I sobbed at the end of that because it really just messed me up. But then as Logan's like, babe, you're fine. A fan blade from our fan ripped off and almost hit him in the face. It went across the room and lodged itself in a wall. And so then I was inconsolable. I screamed and was just like, you have to look at every nook and cranny of this home. Someone's trying to kill us.
Oh, I thought
horrible.
You were going Final Destination with it. I was like, that sounds like some Final Destination shit. That scared me as a kid.
Oh,
Final Destination
yeah.
movies.
I still don't like
watch
to
horror
drive
movies, but-
behind the logs.
Oh, nobody. Don't drive behind
No,
the logs. I mean,
you
I
can't.
already didn't like roller coasters because one broke on me, and then I saw that movie and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to do this anymore.
Ooh.
Um, Lots of stuff, man. The way that like I'm not even worried about dying, but I am worried about just random things spilling. I will put something in the middle of the table, even if it's like kind of inconvenient, because I don't need something to fall over and short out and shock me to death or something like that.
Yeah.
We, Chris, Chris,
Yeah.
Chrissy, girl, you're never gonna believe it, but we did it. This incredible group did it. We made it 78. You guys are the best. Let's get through the rest of these super chats, and then I will tell this
Yay!
story and we'll get out of here.
Thanks, you guys.
Shout
Especially
out to
Derek.
everybody, especially Derek Johnson, man. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Absolutely awesome. All righty. Dancing Dog 60 coming in. Oh, did that one. Mr. Penguin 88. Favorite Studio Ghibli movie? My top 3 are Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, and Howl's Moving Castle. Yes.
Oh, those are great. I love Ponyo. I know it's a
Ponyo's
silly
good too.
one, but I love Ponyo.
I
And
also
Porco
love
Rosso.
I also love Totoro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Palooza, Garo's sliding in for support. Also, RIP One Punch Man Season 3. It is so bad. It is so bad. It's disturbingly
Oh,
sad.
no. I fell off that show.
Yeah, but that's because it hasn't been
Aw.
around for years, and then they came back,
Yeah.
and it's animated so poorly with a terrible budget.
Aw.
Yikes.
Woof.
Derek Johnson coming back again. Controversy in a Prince voice. Gizmo from Gremlins, greatest and cutest side character ever created.
I'd put him up there. Love
Never seen
Gizmo.
Gremlin. Never seen Gremlins.
Oh, it's fun. I think you'd like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun reaction for you.
All right. I'll do that. Film that made me keep the lights on.
Saw.
Nightmare on Elm Street and Smile.
Oh, you're so brave
Yeah.
for seeing that. Even the promos for Smile, I was like, I'll die first.
It was really good. But both Smiles are really good. I shouldn't have seen the second one in theaters because it got me effed up. So
Oh.
yeah, but it was good. It was good. The G-Man 8119. The teacher was born in 1920s. Awkward that day.
Oh, when you saw the boob?
Oh, snap. So you'll see. Why did I go Bill Cosby? Oh God. Oh God.
They take the
Oh.
boob out of the brazier.
You take the boob out, and then you do it, and then when you're looking at the boob, oh, God, why did I do
I wish I
that?
knew.
Oh God. All right, support from Derek. Thank you so much, my
Yes.
man. Dancy Dog 60. Chris, thoughts on Mel Blanc?
Mel Blanc.
Ah.
No worries. It's spelled that way. I pronounced it that way for years.
No,
the-
I can't say names, and I don't know
That's
I wish I
why.
knew.
It's okay. The OG voice of Bugs Bunny and
Bunny,
Porky
right?
Pig and all these other guys. Legend. Incredible voice actor. Eric Bowes taken over for him. He's doing a great job. Yeah, love Mel. We wouldn't have Looney Tunes like we do now if it weren't for him. He was incredible and could think on his feet so well.
1,000%. All right, let's keep it pushing. The Blazing Kitties. Hey, Chris and Winston, I understand that they want to do a Supergirl movie, but she had a whole series and a movie and animation. Can we get Power Girl already? You just want to see the boobies.
That's
Yeah,
a theme for today.
You just want the boob window. That's
The
all that
boob
is.
window.
You're not fooling nobody, bro. You ain't fooling nobody. As a matter of fact,
You-
I'm gonna somehow make that a question on the next Black Family Feud because your ass, you not slick, bro. Dancing Dog 60. I want a Major Pain sequel. Thoughts? I would love it.
Yes.
But Orlando Brown is also not mentally healthy, so I don't know, man. Yeah, if Damon wants to do it, great, but yeah, I don't know if Orlando could be in that. Derek Johnson with more support. Thank you so much. The G-Man
Thank you.
8119. One girl was in awe of Romeo's anatomy. Oh, she
Pause
yelled
it.
out.
Cock?
I hadn't seen that one.
Or maybe it was probably the other way around. She looked up, she said,
Cock? Pause it.
There we go.
that's
That's the
probably what she did. Dancing Dog 60. She dumped me. That's the used to. Oh,
Oh.
dude. You know what? She sounds like
Cock?
that's you because you're an angel, dancing dog. That's
Yeah.
nonsense.
You deserve
Derek
something
Johnson.
amazing.
Derek Johnson, controversy. Movie, Clue, most underrated comedy of all time.
It is also in my top 5. Yes.
I do like that movie a lot. For sure. Yoshimitsu coming in. Winston and Chris for the win. Thank you so much. From DX, we get a
Hello there.
Thank you
Ooh.
so much, DX Batman 1. Derek Johnson with even more support. Dancing Dog, Winston and Chris, you guys are incredible. Thank you so
You
much.
are.
Yes, boy. Just finished Age of Disclosure. Let's talk. I don't know what that is.
I haven't watched that. I don't know what that is.
Let's see. I'm going to look it up. Age of Disclosure. Oh, it's a film on Amazon. It's a documentary which proposes the conspiracy theory that information regarding the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence has been subject of decades. Oh, okay. So I'm sure
Ooh.
Kristian knows all about this because
Yeah.
obviously the down to earth and everything. He's given me a number of things I need to watch. So I definitely need to see. So okay, I'll check that out for sure. Derek Johnson, thank you for the support. Dancing Dog, favorite libation if you happen to indulge. Love me a good old fashioned. I love me some scotch as a whole. I would never put scotch in an old fashioned, but I love both of those. What you got?
Scotch, a G&T, and I know this is controversial. I genuinely do enjoy Malort. I think Malort is such a weird drink, and I kind of love it. You got to remember though that I don't have a sense of smell, so a lot of times when something's strong, I'm like, oh, I like it. I can taste it and smell it.
Malort,
mustard.
Oh.
Okay. If you like it, I love it. I mean, I don't, but I love it for you. Derek Johnson. Okay, everybody, I'm out. Hope you filled your bellies with good food this holiday. Wish you all well, dude. Thank you so much. And Dancing Dog 60. I would love an on-screen power girl, Sydney Sweeney. Again,
Oh well.
Y'all just looking for the boob window. You're not fooling nobody. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
All right. I said I would do it. I'm gonna tell this story. If you got kiddies in the room, go ahead and cover your ears. I can only say Kristian's really heavy on me about not using this particular word, so I will do it as best I can. In 8th grade, we're reading Huckleberry Finn. And so the teacher, he's Latino. He goes, I'm at an all boys private school, by the way. And there are me and one other black kid in my class. It's all white kids except for me and this one other black kid. And he goes, all right, boys, we're about to read a story that's very important to American history. Huckleberry Finn. It is, Mark Twain, very good book, but there is some language here because of the time that it's set. It's set during slavery. So here's what we're going to do as we're reading out loud in class. Anytime the word comes up, we'll either have Winston or we'll have Caleb read the word, and then we'll go back to reading. So I shit you not, Chris, if you were reading the story and it was like, Huckleberry Finn got on the raft and that's where he saw, and then everybody would turn and look at me and I'd be like, Jim, and they went down the river. That's when Huck asked, hey, and then they'd look over at Caleb and he'd be like, Jim, are you hungry? I think I'm hungry. I shit you not. We read that entire book just like that. We would stop. We would stare at one of us two black kids. We would say the N-word, and then we would continue on reading the book.
That is ridiculous.
It was insane. I have never forgotten that as long as I live, because not only the weird element of having 20 other white boys just start staring at me so I could say the N-word, but then the fact that that's how it decided to be handled. And we did that for the entire run of reading this book.
Man, that's the weirdest popcorn reading I've ever heard of. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh.
It was absolutely ridiculous, but I will never forget it as long as I live. And why I might have to make like a sketch out of that just because of how absurd it was. Because again, in theory, that feels like I'm trying to do the right thing, but in actuality, it was absolutely fucking insane.
The whole room turning to each of you. God,
Like,
that feels
literally
like
we would
a
stop.
Key and Peele sketch.
It does. And the only thing that started to happen over time is now that we're like, I guess this is what we're doing. It started to be almost automatic. So there wouldn't be as much of a turn as it would be just you would be reading and I would just be ready. It's my turn. So I would just, yeah. So then they decided, hey, Jim, are you like it became very, but I will never forget that as long as I live.
That's insane.
So thank you for the super chats. Y'all got to hear why I'm so messed up in the head. So there's that. So as we get out of here, as we move on and enjoy the weekend, Chris, tell them again what you got going on and where they.
Oh, yeah. Go check out Two Filthy Casuals wherever you get your podcast. Listen to me geek out about the Muppets, particularly Muppet Treasure Island. Head on over to speakfriendstudio.com if you are interested in voice classes. And you can follow me at It's Chris Carr on Instagram.
And you can find me at the Swaggy Blurred on all platforms, especially here on YouTube. Blurred Breakdown on Mondays. Spill the Tequila over on the John Roca channel on Tuesdays. Blurred's in the Hood, myself and Jay watching on Wednesdays. Back here on Fridays. And the reactions for Demon Slayer, which again are on hiatus this particular weekend, but we will be back. So thank you so much for watching Capes and Cows today. We appreciate you, man. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys have a safe and wonderful weekend. Check out any of the deals that we had on here, any of the sponsors, but obviously your Black Friday shop and have fun with that. Be safe. And we will see y'all next week, fam. Peace.